Hi, Andre. How are you?
Ciao. Very good. How are you, Gary?
Good. I just finished lunch.
What do you have for lunch?
I had sashimi.
Really?
Protein. Pure protein.
Pure protein. What about vegetable?
Not much because usually in a Japanese restaurant, they don't have a lot of like other
I see.
vegetable choices, right? So, hello everyone. My name is Gary. So we're going to talk about some nutrition today.
I am Coach Ondrej. We're actually gonna go over typical restaurant, like Chinese restaurant, barbecue, West Coast, and I'm gonna try my best advices like for choices, for healthy choices.
So we're reviewing different menus, right? So
Yeah.
we have like a Chinese menu, like Chinese restaurant menu. We have a Japanese restaurant menu, Japanese cuisine, Korean cuisine, and also West Coast. So which one should we start?
I would love to start with the West Coast, for example.
That's good.
So we cannot say name of restaurant, right?
We cannot. So we're just looking at a general chain restaurant menu, seeing what type of options that we actually have in the menu. And see what we can really pick and choose. So the purpose of actually choosing wisely, but like balancing off nutrition and what you really want to eat.
Yes, make some compromise between those things, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll let you start. Just open the West Coast menu, and then tell me if you go to restaurant, or this restaurant, what are you gonna have for appetizer, for example?
Okay, for me, if I'm going for the appetizers, for sure, I'll go for calamari, scallops and bacon, tuna tartare. Basically everything, I think.
Okay, done. Done. Over. Okay. Yeah. Well, so the calamari, right? It's a problem. Is the deep fry, right? So hey, it always depends quality of oil. I would highly suggest to ask them if they have air fryer, which is much better. Then scallops and bacon, actually no bad options. It's actually very good because it's like omega-3 and omega-6. So it's good actually combination. I'm nothing wrong with that.
So on appetizer, I think what majority of the appetizers, there's a lot of like deep fry items like wings, calamari as well. So should we just generate avoid like appetizers?
No, you can have, I tell you, for example, from this menu, I would have tuna tartare, nothing wrong. If you have sometimes, so it's no problem. Shrimp cocktail, good.
It's the perfect one, I think.
Yeah, bacon, garlic, shrimp, okay. And lastly, the scallop and bacon, it's not bad. Okay.
And going through the salad.
Yes.
So salad, I think majority of it's good. Yeah, but the only thing is that I always put the dressing on the side.
Yes, exactly. Because sometimes, it's the most, the dressing range have so many calories, right? And also vegetable oils, which is pro-inflammatory, is not very good for you. So
what type of oil should we eat?
Look, definitely olive oil, like 5-6 tablespoons every day, mandatory. According to this book, Blue Zones, where people live longest life, they have 1 liter of olive oil per week. It's so important, 100%. But
did they say anything about MCT oil?
MCT is good for, that's good for energy, right? And also it's good for morning shakes, but they don't have MCTs, and of course in restaurant. Buying the salads, right? You can actually ask them if instead of French, if you can get the balsamic or apple cider vinegar with olive oil as dressing.
For the dressing.
Now vegan, here I see 2 vegan options. Vegan meatloaf with chickpea, good, and warm cauliflower, nothing wrong, it's good. Now,
going to the entree, so we have mostly it's like a steakhouse, and we have seafood options. So should we go for red meat or should we go for seafood?
Balance is key. Balance is key. choose both. For example, you can have steak. You don't have to necessarily eat 16 ounce. You don't have to necessarily eat like something a lot of, people like marbling and fat, right? But it's not very good for you. Try always a little bit less fatty piece of beef. And also, very important thing, make sure you have some veggies with for better like digesting. And lastly, keep in mind, if you overcook meat, it becomes to be hard to digest. So well done, you're gonna digest for longer time than when you have just medium rare, right? And
Yes.
ideally pick, so you have some, this is omega, sorry, the beef have mostly omega-6, even it's grass fat. You should add some seafood as well, such prawns or even scallop, or you can have like a lobster tail. Just combine seafood with steak, ideally, and vegetable. Okay. And also this restaurant, I noticed, but I really like it, side dishes options, because rice is enemy, pasta is enemy, potatoes, I'm European, so actually potatoes is not as bad. Instead, of course, except deep fried rice, right? But like double baked potato mash, it's not as bad. Here I see actually better option. They have cauliflower mash. Cauliflower mash is great option, especially for dinner.
Cauliflower mash, right?
Yeah. Okay. And of course, skip desserts.
Okay, so we don't need to talk about desserts then.
No. Okay, next.
All right. Next, I think we will move over to the Japanese cuisine. So let's take a look at the sushi menu.
Oh, I didn't print the sushi, but it's okay, you know. Generally, look, we always start as you start today with sashimi.
Yes.
And always pick fish with low mercury content, because the bigger fish have more mercury, like tuna, for example. So I will go mostly for salmon, wild salmon, even mackerel, just small fishes. And then be careful. For some reason, sushi is not very super healthy just because you have small piece of fish inside. It's still a lot of rice, right? So make sure you start with protein, you eat nice protein, and then a little bit sushi is fine.
You know, we have a lot of options when we're going to a Japanese restaurants. Like, there's also like tempura. There's also udon.
Yes, I know, but the tempura, everything was deep fried is not very good for you, right?
So if I'm going to a Japanese restaurant, then like I have very limited options, basically. Than the West Coast.
Yeah.
In a sense.
That's a good point. Yeah. But as I say, you know, if I go to Japanese restaurant, I expect to eat good fish, all kind of fish. I don't need anything to process. I don't need anything with too much oil, salt, deep fry. Simple.
Oh, that's easy for Japanese. So let's go to the Korean one.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's your favorite, right?
Yeah, Korean barbecue is one of my favorite. I like the kimchi hot pot as well too. Seafood pancake is very nice. So those are usually the hot items that I always order.
Once again, what do you say pancake? What kind of pancake?
Like seafood pancake.
Really? What is that? What is it? Like this is like seafood and what? Flour?
Yes.
It's okay, right? The moderation again. You can be like.
They have a little bit of vegetables in there. I think they have green onions. What else do they really have in there? Oh,
generally, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's good. But Gary, general rule: if you go to Korean restaurant, so avoid deep fry and then heavy marinated, because it's too much MSG, too much salt, you know, too much pro-inflammatory oils. So generally avoid deep fry and this kind of heavy sauces with so much, you know, people don't really know, but combination, when you grill something with the, for example, also with sugar, it becomes to be very toxic. Like protein and sugar grilled together, the heat to connect these two nutrients, macros together, become to be actually very bad for you. So if I see the menu, I would definitely recommend skip the first 2 pages. I go to grill is no bad. Grill, right? You can always pick meat, I put your own little bit salt, right? The grill is good.
Yes.
Definitely hot pot, but I would request bone broth instead of like some pre-made like MSG bouillon.
Yes. It's like bone
Right.
broth. It's like there should be 2. One is pork, one is beef then.
Yeah. And also we also spoke about Korean stew, right? Like a vegetable on the pan. That's fine to me because it comes with meat and veggies. But again, I don't know if they have pre-made or no, but I always have problem with too much of the marinade, too much the sauce, with too much like MSGs and stuff, salt.
I'm not sure how they make it, but usually I'm not sure. I think
they
like
pre-made it. They must pre-made because they have to.
everything is marinated before they put it on the
No.
cast iron.
No, good.
So.
Too heavy.
Okay, so the best is actually going for like Korean barbecue without anything else. Basically, we're just getting fresh meat from them.
Yeah,
and
but if you need a bit of flavor to the barbecue and stew, right? So it's like good combination. Something is cooked quickly, something is the grill. You can get also some veggies. You can also ask, I think the Korean also have something fermented because fermented dish always help with digesting, processing food, like kimchi or they have some pickled vegetable also.
Yes, and I guess the most healthy is actually the lettuce that we always get from.
Well, be honest to you, the lettuce have almost nothing. That's not very like color. You need something more colorful vegetable. It's nothing there, man. You need red beets, you need kale, you need carrots, right? Those veggies is great.
Okay. It's like when we're going for a Korean barbecue next time, we just bring our own kale to wrap it.
Oh my God, man. We have the last menu. I'm actually scared.
I'm very scared about that one too. Now we talk about all
this
the
is gonna be hardcore
and
for me. Oh my God, this is gonna be hardcore for me.
Okay, so there's 8 pages in here. So we're currently looking at a Chinese cuisine restaurants. There's a tons of appetizers, tons of soup.
There's a million things. That's like so confusing. Anyway, and it's actually difficult to pick good choices, right? Again, same rule, right? For example, a lot of people like, of course, dim sum. If you work like physically whole day, and then you have dim sum once a week, that's okay for you. And then you drink a lot of water because you get some MSGs. Then you need a lot of antioxidants, so a lot of vegetable or just supplements, a lot of water, and that's fine. But
I'm doing the same, and I gain weight though.
And if you're sitting in office and then you go twice a day to dim sum, which is, in my opinion, I know it's good, but it's just worst combination of
one day.
I know, but it's worst combination between MSGs, flour, salt, process, all together, all the best of together.
Yes.
It's like donut. It comes with bad oils, bad sugar, and it's deep fried, and just too many bad things together.
The only thing is that it tastes really good for donuts.
I know that thing is very addictive. It's super addictive. Yes. And then one problem with that, because it's very low in nutrients, we need to eat so much. We need, you keep eating, and the MSG tell you, okay, I am still hungry, so eat more. Because to get enough nutrients, enough antioxidants from dim sum, you have to eat like feast, like to eat huge portion. So try avoid, but I'm sure we can pick some good option even from this menu. So
okay, so let's start with seafood, because we have a lot of different ways of actually cooking seafood in a Chinese restaurant. Let me see one of the dishes here. So seafood wise,
seafood. I love seafood. Okay, generally seafood is great, right? And then the Chinese restaurant have great seafood, but it's way how to make. We always requesting two things: salt and garlic. Like king crab, for example, put it on it and steam it.
Oh, it's perfect.
Lobster, garlic, a little bit salt, steam it. If you steam, it's become to be super food. It's hell, no reason. Put it noodles there, put it, some MSG sauce, and then starch and make something like disgusting. I wanna taste as fish, or I wanna taste seafood. I don't wanna taste soy sauce with starch and something.
Seafood is getting a little bit more and more expensive nowadays through the pandemic after. So what kind of other options that we can look in a Chinese restaurant with like great protein sauce and like not a lot of like when it's not very difficult to cook? Because I guess when one dish is very difficult to cook and like people tend to put a lot of like different sauces in there just to make it taste more tasty.
You know what I like, for example, that's very good. Okay, so this restaurant provide grilled chicken, Chinese chicken, and they always like they like to yellow skin chicken, which tastes so much better than regular organic chicken from, for example, from store. It is so much better. They don't feed like as fast. Even if you have like, if you go to store, you can buy organic chicken, but because it's feed so fast, just for 8 weeks, you can even see the lines of fat between the chicken, the fiber of chicken breast. So this chicken have so much better flavor. So grilled chicken is great. Also, I love benefit of mushroom. Are you guys using those black fungus? They're amazing. Spices, always. Chili is great for, as a metabolism booster. That's a very good option. Or all kind of spices.
How about XO sauce?
Okay, so I know that's a very difficult question because you guys making XO sauce from 75 ingredients. So to go over to 75 ingredients, mostly when it's okay with like something dry with spices, but what about those sauces? I don't know how much of salt, how much they have MSGs. It's hard to say, right?
Yes. So try to avoid if you don't know, then I guess.
Yeah, but look, I see a lot of things, as I say, or beef, you have with beef stew is good option. And even Wagyu, look, sometimes a little bit more fat is okay. If you have chicken and then you have fish, you guys also in Chinese restaurant have amazing fishes, like just like steam or just make like soup and or boil.
Yes, we do have a lot of like fish fillet and
I like it.
Black cod.
Abalone. Well, I ask you something. That's my question actually too. Why you guys like so much abalone? And then you guys don't eat abalone because you guys basically make chicken sauce gravy with some MSGs and so much flavor. I just put it over. So I actually never taste abalone because it's always like chicken. What is that? Why?
So abalone, I think it's a traditional way to eat it, and I think that was like that recipe is like a long time ago. I wouldn't say it's from the ancient world, but then like it's like 100 years like people has been cooking it that way. So
you know what? I will say something. You remind me something. Recently at home, I made the quails, right? And you guys have some tradition. What is it called? The tradition. I forget the name of tradition old sauce. This is different. It's not old sauce. It's like water something. Do you remember this kind of like special sauce? Basically, you have to heat it up those sauce, and then you put the chicken in or quail, and you just take a bath, and then you grill.
Not sure what that is.
No idea. It's also some similar to old sauce. And actually, I got good soy sauce with the low sodium.
Oh, is it the darker soy sauce that you meant?
Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
But generally, okay, back to restaurants. So you can still make choices, right? I see spicy chicken is okay. The cold shred chicken is amazing. Lamb is good. Spicy hot lamb, right?
Tofu
Tofu is great, right? Combine with protein, all kind of protein, vegetable protein, aka tofu or seafood protein, and then regular meat protein. That's a great option altogether. Key is moderation, and then try combine as much good option altogether.
Yes, tofu and
We need a
seafood.
variety. We need like a lot of food for our best buddies for gut bacteria, for our biomicron. It's so important.
Find the right person.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all.
Perfect. Okay.
So
So
hopefully
that's
today's. Yeah, go ahead, please.
So that's today. I would say conclusion of actually getting into different restaurants and then different nutrition options. Like, be very wise on actually choosing what you want to eat and like be very responsible. It's your own body, right? So
exactly. Keep it, guys, in mind. You can always make a good or better decision in every single restaurant. By the way, if you guys have any question, please make comment below. We would love to cover those questions in the next episode.
bye.
Thank you so much, guys. Bye.
Thank you.